How did my ACL surgery went? I'm gonna tell you right now. Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we'll be talking about how my ACL surgery went. Now, for those of you who don't know, basically I injured my ACL a year ago, and it was actually started off with a partial tear. So what happened is that instead of going surgery, the doctor insisted that I went for physiotherapy first, rehab, to see if surgery is needed or not. So basically everything went well during the physio, even though they said that my partial tear was like a high grade tear. Basically it was left with like 75% of it was torn, or like 80% of it was torn, my ligament. So but they said that the fact that during the rehab everything was going well, I was doing great, progression was well, so they said that surgery wasn't needed. So I was happy. Now I pushed myself a bit too much, and on December, here's a clip of me actually doing the exercise that actually fully torn my ACL. So basically I did a box landing jump, depth jump basically. So I was trying to land, and what happened was that I actually snapped my ACL. I think that was exactly when I snapped my ACL, because after that my knee didn't feel the same way. So that was probably when I fully torn it. And what happened was that it became so loose that I was like, there's something wrong here. I'm gonna meet the doctor again. So the orthopedic, which is the specialist, said that okay, I think you might have fully torn it. I'm gonna send you for another MRI and we'll just double check, but there's a high chance that you fully torn it. So what happened was that went to MRI, 2 weeks, came back, and MRI confirmed it was a full tear. Meniscus injury as well, but the meniscus actually healed quite well in the scarring, so that's a plus, even though the ACL is fully torn. So what happened after that? Doctor said, okay, ACL reconstruction surgery since I want to play sports. And we were like, great, reconstruction surgery it is. So reconstruction surgery was scheduled in May, 18th of May. That was only a few days ago. And I'm just gonna show you and actually tell you on what to expect, or the experience, if you are getting an ACL reconstruction surgery or even a meniscus surgery as well. We're gonna start off with the day before. Now, most of the time, because there's gonna be like either anesthetic or numbness. Basically, they're gonna numb your lower body and all that. For me, they numbed my lower body. We'll get to that later. So they will ask you to fast for 12 a.m. You are not allowed to eat. 12 a.m. onwards on the day of the surgery, you're not allowed to eat. But you are allowed to drink at 6 a.m. in the morning. So that's the only time I drank. So I did drink at 6 a.m. in the morning. Drink just plain water, chugged it, and then I went to the hospital at 11 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 11 a.m. Reached there at 11 a.m. Did the basic paperwork, checked in, sent to my ward, and then they said that we're gonna start we're gonna bring you to the surgery room. So from there, changed up, wore my hospital gown, and then they laid me down on the bed. So they laid me down on the bed and they pierced me with, first thing they did was they actually took some blood in case there was any like complications, and then they pierced my hand over here for me to get my antibiotics after the surgery, and also for the anesthetic. So if I'm not wrong, it's the anesthetic. So I had a pin here before going into the surgical room. So after that, went into the surgical room, talked to the doctor. The doctor said, do you want to be asleep or do you want to be awake? I forgot exactly what I said, but I think I said I wanted to be awake because I wanted to see. He said that you could see the thing, and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll see the thing, we'll see the surgery. So he gave me a jab. So basically he filled up something through the tube which was on my hand, and then after that he injected my leg. I can't remember it clearly, but he injected my leg because of the numbness. So he injected my right leg to get the numbness first, that's one, and then after that he asked me to, with his assistance, sit down on the seat and bend forward like a shrimp. So basically what they did is they injected my spine just slightly below my spine, and that was to numb my whole lower body. So basically, for those of you who don't know, for example, if a woman is giving birth and she's doing C-section, which is not the normal way of giving, which is so-called the non-normal way of giving birth, non-natural way of giving birth, ladies will have this C-section, so basically numb the lower body and all that, because they will be cutting your stomach open to get the baby out, or the womb open basically. So that's what I did. So I experienced that was cool. Now after that, they laid me down, they carried me down because the numbness was instant. I straight away felt that I couldn't contract my muscles from my lower body, be it my ass cheeks, my thighs, my calves, my hamstrings, my toes, even my private part. I could not. So it's so interesting because basically there was times where I'm like, I can't feel my private part when I'm touching it. No offense, I touched it and like moved it, right? I could not feel anything. It felt so weird. And basically that feeling when you want to squeeze your butt cheeks as well, I could not do that. And also another thing was that the feeling when, for guys, I don't know about girls, but when guys are peeing and they want to hold their pee, like there's this like muscle inside the body which allows you to hold your pee and stop and go again. I could not control it. It was so weird. I was very scared I could have peed on the surgical room or the surgical bed. Now moving on from that, they moved me into the surgical room, the main surgical room where the surgery will be held. The orthopedic doctor was there, the one that I met. He said, okay, we're going to be doing the ACL surgery, taking your hamstring graft and replacing your broken or torn ACL with that hamstring graft. So I was like, great, let's do it. So laid me down, put the sheets just on my stomach there just to block me from seeing all the blood. And they had a screen beside me where the doctors can see, because the doctors, if I can remember, they will have knives and all that, but the camera was basically a metal rod camera. So it's a rod with a camera installed in it, so when it goes into my knee, they can actually see what is happening inside my knee. So that was what I was looking at as well. So I could see many images of my torn ACL, my bones, my meniscus and all that. That was cool. The surgery took a total of 2 hours, so that was very long. I slept like half of it because at times I was looking at it and I'm like, I'm bored, I'm just gonna sleep, and I do sleep. And also at times I was still wondering why I can't feel my private part. Now the surgery, obviously with your whole lower body being numb, you can't feel anything. At times I can feel, because basically when they drill my leg to like place to lock in the new ACL graft, I could actually feel my leg shaking, or when they are moving my leg, I can feel my leg moving, but I can't feel any form of sensation, any form of pain or anything, which is what you want. So after the surgery went, they brought me to my surgical bed, to my ward, carried me because I can't move, checked with me if everything was alright, and then they gave me medicine to get rid of the numbness basically. And that went well, and the doctor said, when I was leaving the surgical room, the orthopedic doctor said, well done, you made it, ACL surgery was a success. Great news. Nothing else you want to hear other than that. Success. Great news, good job. Thank you to the doctor. So moved back to the ward, and that's when I started to have visitors. So my friends and my mom came by, so I think that was great. So I stayed overnight there. I think that was just so that they could examine me in case any complications came up. So interesting thing I'm going to talk about is the numbness. The numbness, they said, would have lasted for 4 to 5 hours. So basically during that period of the numbness, I needed to piss so badly. I could feel it, but I couldn't contract it. So I was so worried that if I hold it much longer, it's just gonna come out and I won't know. So I was like, okay, that's it, I'm gonna need to pee. But the thing is, when you have to pee, you actually have to pee in a bottle. So basically they give you like this recyclable bottle, which is quite a huge volume as well, can hold up quite a huge volume, and they're like, you have to pee in it. So I peed in it. So basically I crawled my way, or actually like shifted my way to the side of the bed, hanged my private part, hanged my cock like over the bed, and I was like, okay, put it inside the hole because it's a bottle. And I was like just waiting. I waited for a good like 10 seconds before the thing started coming out because I couldn't control it, so maybe it's like just float down. And I was like waiting there, and it was loud and awkward. I waited for a solid minute or two for everything to come out, and it was a lot. And because usually this kind of volume I would expect it, but no, it was a lot of piss coming out of me, and I didn't know I had that much in me. So that was damn weird. So obviously I was holding it, and after I finished, I was like, damn, this is my piss. Called the nurse, pressed the button, say, nurse, here's my piss, get it away from me. So, and I also, obviously I said sorry because I felt so ashamed, like malu paise, that's what we call it in Singapore. And she was like, don't need to be ashamed, this is what happens in the hospital, it's very usual. I was like, fair enough. So that was a cool experience. So on the day, so the next day actually, next day went by, I started to get back my feeling of my lower body. No, I could feel my cock finally. So that was interesting. Imagine being numb for so long. I could have lasted in bed for like 24 hours. Okay, moving on. So yep, the next day I had feelings on my lower body. Then I was ready to be discharged. So I met the surgeon again. The surgeon just came to my bed and said, you know, gave all the good news, showed me some pictures of the surgery and said, just do your rehab properly and you're all good. So from there, I met the physio as well. Physio taught me how to walk with crutches and tell me some exercises that I should be doing, and everything went well as well. After that, went home, got my medication, all good. So that's my experience with the ACL surgery. Now I'm at home. They gave me a cast, right? Wait, I'm just gonna get the cast right now. So you'll be given the cast. Obviously this is for your ACL, this is for your leg. So this thing right here is actually just to monitor the degree of which your leg bends at. So mine is set at 90 degrees, so that's the max I can go. And it's just for a safety thing because you don't want to over flex, hyperflex your knee or overextend your knee. So that's just for safety measures. And also I've got this which I'm wearing right now. So basically it's a Cairo cooler where there's like there's ice water basically inside, or very cold water, where it's connected to a tube. Right now it's connected right to my leg here. Don't know if you can see it. Yep, just here. So basically it helps with to reduce swelling and all that, because when I'm doing exercises my leg might swell up, and it's just there to help me just to bring the swelling down and just to control the swelling. And also, how about, since I'm here, I might as well show you my leg itself. So let me just bring my camera here. So this is how your leg might look like. So basically these are all where the stitchings or the holes are basically. So basically they poke through here, here, here and here. And if I'm not wrong, this one wait, let me get some better lighting. There you go. If I'm not wrong, this one, and this one is for my ACL, but this one is for my hamstring graft. So they cut this open first, if I'm not mistaken, to get my hamstring graft, which is my hamstring tendon. Then from there they cut here, here and here, so that if I'm not wrong, one hole is for like the camera, which is probably this hole right here for the camera, and this hole is basically for them to put the hamstring, like put the hamstring from here to here, and basically one end goes in here, the other end goes in here, and this side is just to pull the hamstring all the way in with this guiding it as well. So basically there are two here, they just pulled it pull it out basically to straighten the hamstring graft and make sure that everything is good. So now you start to realize, yeah, I mean the difference in the swelling is quite a lot. I don't think, yeah, I can't fully extend it as well. So those are the obvious complications that you will be getting if you have an ACL surgery. So just some advice for those who are going through an ACL surgery or about to go through an ACL surgery. Mentally it's going to be very tough because you're going to feel very weak. I have basically 1 month of leave, LOA or MC. I can't do a lot. I can start to walk, but walk at a very slow pace. So mentally it's going to be very tough. I would always recommend making sure that having your parents, your family, your friends there for you, being supportive for you throughout the journey, because it really does help. And I really do appreciate my friends who, you know, wished me the best, supported me, as well as just now I had a friend, because basically I had to watch like a sports game, and he was like, why not I send you back, you know. I was really grateful for that as well. I'm really thankful. So having friends and family beside you actually really helps. And also find a hobby while you are injured. You know, right now I'm making YouTube videos and helping you guys out, whoever ACL patients out there. So that's an interesting one. So just enjoy and trust the process, to be honest. And yeah, that's all I have for today. So guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be updating myself weekly about the rehab process and obviously how well I'm doing. And hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay healthy. Signing out. Peace.